before Pakistan saw the legends rise, before Imran Khan's charm and Wasim Akram's magic on the field, there was a man who carried grace in every stroke and pride in every silence. Majid Khan wasn't just a batsman. He was an artist standing at the crease, painting stories of courage with every shot he played. In an era where cricket was raw and unforgiving, his elegance became a rebellion, a statement that beauty, patience, and discipline could still conquer the fiercest bowlers. He didn't roar to prove himself. He let his bat whisper, and in those whispers, Pakistan found poetry. But before the fame, before the applause, there was struggle. There was pain. There was a boy who dreamed under the harsh Lahore sun, with nothing but a cricket bat and an unshakable belief that one day the world would know his name. Born in 1946, in a family where cricket was more than a game, it was a legacy. His father, Jahangir Khan, had played for India before partition. His cousin, Imran Khan, would later become one of cricket's most iconic leaders. But in those early days, Majid wasn't a star. He was a student. Quiet. Determined. Obsessed with perfection. He spent endless afternoons at Bagajina, where the air smelled of dust, grass, and dreams. There were no cameras, no crowds, just the echo of leather on willow. Every shot he played was a conversation with destiny. His struggle wasn't about poverty or rejection. It was about living up to a name. When your father is already a cricket hero, your every failure feels heavier. Every dropped catch, every missed run, echoed louder in his heart. People expected greatness, but greatness isn't inherited, it's earned. And Majid Khan earned it the hard way. He worked on his timing until it became poetry. He practiced until the blisters on his hands became badges of honor. When others partied, he trained. When others rested, he studied the game quietly, intensely. In college cricket, his class began to shine. His batting wasn't just powerful. It was graceful. The high backlift, the elegant cover drives, the fearless hooks. It was as if he painted every stroke on the canvas of the pitch. But success doesn't come without heartbreak. His early career was marked with frustration, being dropped, overlooked, doubted. Yet, he never gave up, because for Majid Khan, cricket was not just a profession, it was a prayer. He knew that every setback was a test. Every failure was sharpening his resolve. And every time he walked back to the pavilion with his head down, he whispered the same words to himself. One day, I'll make them remember my name. And soon, he did. It was the late 1960s. Pakistan cricket was changing. The nation was hungry for heroes. And Majid Khan was about to step into the spotlight. His breakthrough came not through luck, but through relentless persistence. Every innings, every stroke, carried the story of a man who refused to give up. When he finally wore the green cap of Pakistan, it wasn't just a debut, it was a declaration. Majid Khan made his Test debut in 1964, but his rise was gradual, not instant. For years, he struggled to cement his place, competing with some of the finest batsmen of his era. But he had something different, an artistry that turned batting into beauty. In those early Test matches, Majid's confidence grew quietly. His footwork was pure rhythm, his timing a kind of poetry, and when he faced fast bowlers from England or Australia, there was no fear, only focus. He was elegance under fire. Then came the moment that changed everything. A series against New Zealand. Majid walked in under pressure, Pakistan tottering, the crowd silent, the opposition confident. But within minutes, the sound of his bat echoed across the ground, drives, cuts, and pulls with surgical precision. He didn't just score runs, he announced himself. By the early 1970s, Majid Khan had become Pakistan's most stylish batsman. He wasn't just a run machine, he was a symbol of grace, composure, and discipline. When he walked to the crease with his high collar and upright stance, there was something royal about him. The crowd knew they were about to witness elegance, but perhaps his most unforgettable innings came in 1973, when he scored a blistering 108 runs in a single session against New Zealand. No one had ever done that before. It wasn't just speed, it was mastery. Each stroke was a statement. This is who I am. This is Pakistan cricket. commentators around the world began to speak his name with reverence. English audiences admired his style, comparing him to the greats of their own, but Majid Khan remained humble. Even in glory he carried himself with quiet dignity. Behind that calm face, though, was a man who had endured years of rejection, criticism, and pressure. Every century he scored was a victory, not just over bowlers, but over doubt. Majid Khan had arrived. The boy from Lahore had become the face of a nation's pride, and for every young dreamer watching, he became living proof that refinement, patience, and belief can turn even the quietest player into a legend. The 1970s, Pakistan's golden era of cricket, and Majid Khan stood at its heart. He was more than a player. He was an artist performing under pressure. Every time he stepped onto the field, people held their breath because they knew something special was about to happen. Majid Khan was elegance, confidence, and courage, all in one frame. Whether opening the innings against Australia's fiery pacers or facing England's swing bowlers under gloomy skies, Majid never flinched. He carried the bat with calm defiance, like a soldier walking into battle. But, smiling, his partnership with Zaheer Abbas became legendary, two masters of grace and timing. Together, they painted innings that blended power and poetry. Majid's high backlift and perfect balance became his signature, and bowlers across the world dreaded that crisp click sound when the ball met his bat. In 1977, against the West Indies, a team known for its terrifying pace attack, Majid Khan faced Michael Holding, Andy Roberts, and Joel Garner, three of the fastest bowlers ever. But Majid didn't just survive, his front foot drives became fearless statements that Pakistan would not bow to fear. He went on to become the first Pakistani batsman to score a century before lunch in a test match, an achievement that placed him among the cricketing elite. That day, he batted like a man possessed. Every shot was pure conviction. Every run, a chapter in his legacy. His style inspired generations. Youngsters across Pakistan began mimicking his stance, the raised collar, the upright posture, the quiet confidence. For them, Majid Khan wasn't just a player, he was an attitude. Off the field, Majid was known for his humility. Despite fame and recognition, he remained grounded. He carried the same composure in interviews that he carried at the crease. Thoughtful, dignified, and soft-spoken. But behind the calm was fierce discipline. He believed that cricket wasn't about aggression, it was about control. Control of mind, of emotions, of timing. Cricket, he once said, is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. By the late 1970s, Majid Khan had become one of Pakistan's most admired captains. A leader who led with respect, not arrogance. He played 63 test matches, scoring over 3,900 runs, not through brute force, but through grace and consistency. To watch Majid bat was to witness poetry in motion, a man who made cricket look effortless, but lived every ball with complete devotion. He wasn't chasing records, he was chasing excellence, and in doing so, he immortalized his name among the greats. As time moved on, cricket changed. New formats arrived, faster players, louder crowds. But one thing remained eternal: the grace of Majid Khan. Even after his retirement, his shadow lingered across every Pakistani cricket ground. He wasn't just remembered for his runs, he was remembered for how he made people feel when he batted. His composure, his quiet dignity, his effortless class, they became lessons for generations. He took the philosophy of cricket beyond the field. For Majid Khan, sport was not about fame, it was about character. He taught that talent can take you to the top, but it is discipline and humility that keep you there. When younger players like Imran Khan, Jay Fidmi, and later Wasim Akram rose to prominence, they carried pieces of Majid's influence with them. Imran, in particular, would often speak of Majid's impact, how his cousin's patience, and unshakable self-belief became part of his own leadership philosophy. After his playing days, Majid Khan served Pakistan cricket in many roles: as an administrator, as a mentor, and as a silent guardian of integrity. He wasn't the kind of man who chased the spotlight. He didn't need to. His aura spoke louder than words. But like every great artist, time tested him. He saw the world of cricket evolve into a business. Less poetry, more profit. Yet, he never criticized. He simply reminded people of what cricket truly was, a gentleman's game. In his later years, when he walked into a stadium, even young fans who hadn't seen him play could sense his presence. There was a stillness around him, the kind only legends carry. His story reminds us that true greatness isn't about how loud you are, it's about how deeply you inspire. Majid Khan's greatness lay in his silence, in his ability to let his bat speak for him. He wasn't a rebel, he wasn't a showman, he was something rarer. A gentleman in an age of noise. Majid Khan's legacy lives on in every young cricketer who values grace over aggression, patience over pride, and craft over chaos. His name stands not only in record books, but in the quiet hearts of those who understand that sport is an art form, and he was one of its finest painters. So, the next time you see a batsman raise his collar, stand tall at the crease, and play a perfect cover drive, remember Majid Khan, because legends don't fade, they just turn into timeless stories.